The political landscape of Tamil Nadu has been abuzz with discussions surrounding the potential reinduction of Senthil Balaji into Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's cabinet, following his resignation in April 2025 amid legal pressures. Journalist S.P. Lakshmanan, in a detailed conversation, outlined several possibilities for Balaji's return, emphasizing the interplay of political willpower and legal frameworks. This video delves into these possibilities, analyzing the political and legal grounds that could facilitate or hinder Balaji's reappointment to the Tamil Nadu cabinet. Senthil Balaji, a prominent leader of the Dravida Munnetra Kalagam (DMK), has been a significant figure in Tamil Nadu politics, particularly in the Western Kongu region. His political career has been marked by both influence and controversy. Balaji served as the Minister for Electricity, Prohibition, and Excise from May 2021 until his arrest in June 2023 by the Enforcement Directorate, ED, in a money laundering case linked to an alleged cash for jobs scam during his tenure as Transport Minister under the AIADMK government, 2011 to 2015. After spending 471 days in jail, Balaji was granted bail by the Supreme Court on 26 September 2024, under Article 21 of the Constitution, which protects the right to life and personal liberty. Within 48 hours of his release, he was reinducted into the cabinet on 29 September 2024, resuming his previous portfolios. However, his swift reappointment drew criticism from the Supreme Court, which issued an ultimatum in April 2025, questioning whether Balaji prioritized his post or freedom. This led to his resignation on 27 April 2025. Following intense legal scrutiny over his influence on witnesses and his ministerial role while on bail. S.P. Lakshmanan's analysis highlights the potential for Balaji's return, driven by Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's political strategy and the legal boundaries that shape such decisions. Lakshmanan emphasizes that Article 164 of the Indian Constitution grants the Chief Minister exclusive authority to appoint and remove ministers. This constitutional provision ensures that neither the judiciary, the governor, nor any other authority can directly interfere in the composition of the state cabinet. The Supreme Court's inability to issue an order prohibiting Balaji from resuming his ministerial role underscores this principle. Lakshmanan notes that Stalin's political willpower could leverage this authority to reappoint Balaji, especially if the DMK perceives his inclusion as strategically vital. Balaji's strong base in the Kongu region makes him a valuable asset for the DMK, particularly as the party prepares for the 2026 assembly elections. His reinduction could solidify the DMK's hold in this key area, countering opposition from the AIADMK and emerging players like Tamilga Vetri Kalagam. Balaji's loyalty to the DMK, especially after his switch from the AIADMK in 2018, strengthens his case for reappointment. Stalin's decision to reinstate him in September 2024, just days after his bail, reflects the party's trust in his political utility despite legal challenges. The DMK's coalition with parties like Congress, VCK, and CPI could support Balaji's return, as these allies have previously endorsed cabinet reshuffles involving him. However, opposition from the BJP and AIADMK, accusing the DMK of dynastic politics and shielding corrupt leaders, could intensify political backlash. Lakshmanan points out that the retirement of Justice Abhay S. Oka, who presided over Balaji's case on 24 May 2025, could create a window of opportunity. A new judge may restart the legal scrutiny from scratch, potentially delaying or altering the focus on Balaji's ministerial status. Stalin could capitalize on this transition to reappoint Balaji in June 2025. Assuming no immediate legal impediments arise. With the 2026 elections looming, Stalin may view Balaji's reinduction as a bold move to project strength and defiance against central agencies like the ED, which the DMK accuses of political vendetta. The DMK could frame Balaji's return as a triumph over alleged BJP-orchestrated persecution, rallying its voter base. However, this risks alienating voters who prioritize clean governance, especially if opposition parties amplify corruption allegations. Lakshmanan underscores Stalin's political willpower as a critical factor. The DMK's history of navigating legal and political crises, such as Governor R.N. Ravi's initial attempt to dismiss Balaji in 2023, demonstrates its resilience. Stalin's ability to delay or manage investigations by leveraging state government processes could facilitate Balaji's return. The DMK could use Balaji's reinduction to counter opposition narratives, particularly from the BJP, which Lakshmanan notes has a weapon to target the DMK through legal cases. A strong cabinet with Balaji could project unity and defiance. Repeated attempts to reinstate Balaji could fuel accusations of protecting tainted leaders, potentially damaging the DMK's image. Lakshmanan warns that public criticism in the political arena could intensify if moral questions overshadow legal victories. Lakshmanan repeatedly stresses that no court, including the Supreme Court, has the legal authority to prohibit an individual from becoming a minister unless convicted with a sentence of 2 years or more. The Supreme Court's decision to close Balaji's bail case without issuing an order barring his ministerial role reinforces this. Comparisons with cases like Arvind Kejriwal, where no such restrictions were imposed, further highlight the judiciary's limited role in executive appointments. Article 164 protects Stalin's prerogative to reappoint Balaji, provided he remains an elected MLA and faces no disqualifying conviction. Balaji's bail conditions, such as not influencing witnesses or traveling abroad, do not explicitly preclude his ministerial role. The absence of a conviction allows Balaji to continue as an MLA and potential minister. Lakshmanan notes that even allegations of witness tampering lack specific evidence in court, weakening the head's case against his reappointment. Lakshmanan highlights that filing a case against a former or current minister requires the governor's permission, a process that remains stalled for several DMK leaders, including Balaji. Governor R.N. Ravi's ongoing examination of files related to 6 former ministers, including K.C. Veermani, indicates a cautious approach, possibly influenced by political dynamics. The DMK-controlled state government can delay or deny permission for investigations, effectively stalling ED probes. Lakshmanan suggests that without the governor's approval, the legal basis for Balaji's case could be challenged, potentially leading to a high court case questioning the ED's actions. The DMK's ability to control the permission process gives Stalin significant leverage. If the governor withholds approval, Balaji's legal troubles could remain unresolved, allowing his reappointment without immediate judicial interference. Lakshmanan argues that the ED's allegations of witness tampering lack specificity, as no concrete evidence, such as dates of summons or details of threats, was presented in court. The Supreme Court's refusal to delve into the merits of the case further weakens the ED's position, providing a legal opening for Balaji's return. The ED must provide substantial evidence of witness tampering to justify revoking Balaji's bail or barring his ministerial role. Without this, the judiciary is unlikely to impose restrictions, as seen in the court's decision to close the case. The prolonged investigation and trial process, potentially lasting years, means Balaji could serve as a minister without a final verdict. Lakshmanan notes that the DMK could exploit this delay to maintain Balaji's political relevance. While the possibilities for Balaji's reinduction are grounded in legal and political realities, several challenges remain. The BJP and AIADMK have criticized the DMK for shielding Balaji, accusing it of dynastic politics and corruption. Public perception could turn against the DMK if Balaji's reappointment is seen as defying judicial intent or moral standards. A new Supreme Court bench could adopt a stricter stance, especially if fresh evidence of witness tampering emerges. Lakshmanan's prediction of a prolonged trial could still pose risks if the ED strengthens its case. Governor R.N. Ravi's reluctance to approve investigations against DMK leaders could shift if political pressures or alliance dynamics change. A sudden approval could reinvigorate legal proceedings against Balaji. The 2026 elections will be a litmus test for the DMK. Balaji's reinduction could galvanize supporters but also alienate voters wary of corruption allegations, especially with rising opposition from figures like Tamilga Vetri Kalgam's Vijay. SP Lakshmanan's analysis paints a picture of a strategic and legally feasible path for MK Stalin to reinduct Senthil Balaji into the Tamil Nadu cabinet. Politically, Stalin's authority under Article 164, Balaji's regional influence, and the DMK's coalition strength provide a robust foundation. Legally, the absence of a conviction, the judiciary's limited authority over ministerial appointments, and procedural delays in obtaining the governor's permission create significant leeway. However, the DMK must navigate public criticism, potential judicial developments, and electoral risks to execute this move successfully. As Tamil Nadu gears up for the 2026 elections, Balaji's potential return will test the DMK's ability to balance political ambition with public trust. Lakshmanan's assertion that political willpower is the key driver suggests that Stalin's resolve, backed by constitutional protections, could see Balaji back in the cabinet by mid-2025, provided the legal landscape remains favorable. Yet, the DMK must tread carefully to avoid turning a political gamble into a liability. Subscribe to AK Matrix today for in-depth analysis, powerful narratives, and the latest updates on issues that matter to you. Hit that subscribe button now and join the movement.